Hi. Okay, I guess my life. Hi guys. Well, first of all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome. Hi. Stop over. Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. Well, if you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, recently joined my channel, thank you for coming along, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Well, today is July 23rd, I believe. It is a Sunday. It was an absolutely beautiful day in our city, and I did a nice walk this morning in the downtown area for about 2 miles. Took a lot of street photography and came back and ended up canceling out the pot roast. Didn't come out as good as I liked it. It was too tough, so we ended up having some cheeseburgers today. And having a good week, and I just wanted to see if anybody would come along tonight, see how it's going. And so right now I'm just kind of talking to myself, I suppose. So anyways, I tried to do set up a pre-recorded live, and apparently when I go into YouTube to do the live video, it keeps popping and popping and popping, and it won't let me sign in for some particular reason. But if you're watching my video, let me know how I'm sounding. I have my new Yeti microphone over here to my left, and I got my camera set up on a tripod with a good angle, I believe. I can readjust the height a little bit if I readjust the height. So there you go. How's that? I think that's a little bit better. And I can shift it this way or this way, this way, this way a little bit. Okay, now that we got that all squared away, yeah, so I just wanted to talk about my week and how it went. The week went actually really well. I didn't lose any weight this week, but I didn't gain any weight. Actually, I weighed myself this morning. I gained about 5 pounds. Well, what happened was Thursday night there they had a concert over there at Brooks Pond in our city, and they had Frank Sinatra music. They had a band that came up from Las Vegas, and they played Frank Sinatra music all night with a little bit of Stevie Wonder music, and it was an impersonator that had his mannerisms down to a science, and they had a Marilyn Monroe impersonator came out. Then she was gracious enough to let me grab a photograph of her, and I took a couple of selfies with the Frank Sinatra impersonator, and it was great music, all of that type of music, all Sinatra's favorite songs over the years. And if anybody ever had a chance to see Frank Sinatra live, you swear this guy was a dead ringer. But anyways, it was followed by fireworks at the end of the night, and I recorded that. That's up on the YouTube channel. What else did we do? Oh yeah, so when you get there, we got there about 3:30 in the afternoon, and they didn't start at 6:30, and because I wanted to get a good pocket space, I could just drive right out after the concert got done. And the developer that owns that property there, they're all condos. He put up the bill for it, and they typically have about a half a dozen concerts over there in that location. They got two more coming up. They got one coming up at the end of the month, and actually in August, I believe. They got one coming up in August. They got two more. Yeah, one in August, and the final one will be in September 9th. And so when you go in there, there's like all kinds of food and stuff like that, and it's all free. Alcohol is all free. They pass out ice cream over the course of the night, and free soda, free water, free, like I said, free beer, free wine, whatever you drink. It's all free to the people who live there and their family and friends. And so I know a lot of friends that live there. So we just go up there, enjoy ourselves, and even if one or two straight people that don't live there, don't know anybody, want to go there, they won't turn you back. And they don't advertise it because they don't want a lot of people down there. Everybody and their brother in the city of Leominster going down there watching that. But the next one coming up is Mark Markey. He's a local artist, and he's really fantastic with his daughter Lizzie. The whole family is very talented, and he has his own style of music. There, I love his music. We're so blessed in our city of Leominster to have these great artists, and then we have Neurotic Gumbo coming up, and then that'll be the final one on September 9th. And Neurotic Gumbo is also going to be playing this coming Saturday at Starburst. We have the Citizen of the Year Award 2019. I had won that with Bonnie Hathaway, and then it's followed by fireworks at the end of the night, and then they got a lot of kids activity and You set up some blankets and lawn chairs all over Doyle Field, which is a big field where the high school kids play, and they got track and field over there and all kinds of stuff like that over there in that area. It's a good walking place. It's one of the 26 miles of hiking trails we have here in our city, and it's really quite something. I really enjoy it. I mean, I've done so much walking in the last couple of years. I mean, I totally wore out about 7 or 8 pairs of shoes here just walking. But yeah, so we didn't have a very good weight loss week because we had a lot of carbs Friday night. I mean, Thursday night actually. And yeah, and I had 2 sodas. That was the first time I had soda in almost 60 days actually. And I didn't really miss it. And it tasted like garbage to me. So I'm definitely not drinking any more soda anymore. And so what else we got going on? Oh yeah, getting back to the concert part of it. So when you go in there, they have like we had a local Italian place called El Camino's. They set up all Italian food. They had free lobster rolls. They had Chinese food. They had 3 or 4 other restaurants that were there, giving out food. And you can go up as many times as you want. I mean, most people only go up maybe once or twice if that, but there are a few exceptions where somebody will go up half a dozen times to get the same thing over and over again. But the price is right. It's free. You go down and enjoy yourself, and and they got lawn chairs set up all over the entire field area, and it's you get that. Yeah, and I talked to a lot of people that wanted to come up and say hi to me because they follow me along my Facebook journey. So if you're wondering what happened to that other stream I was supposed to do, what happened was it wouldn't let me buff into the channel. So I'm going to go into my channel, get rid of that, and see if I can. I'll go to YouTube Studio, go to Live, go to Content. Hang on, go to Live. Just get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Stand forever. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so I just got rid of the other post on social media, YouTube, because it wouldn't let me log into the usual live the way you normally do. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with it, but this is the second or third time I've had problems with this issue with YouTube, and so we'll see if we can't get that resolved at some point. And I'm going to see if I can't get this shared over to Facebook and see if anybody wants to join me tonight. Hang on, guys. I'll copy the URL and post it on Facebook. Close that down. Close X off Facebook. Okay, and just post it. Just bear with me for a minute. I'm behind that. Hang on, just bear with me. And every time I post something to Facebook, what happens is it doesn't recognize the thumbnail right away, and then I got to go back and re-edit it. Okay, we're good. So, okay, here we go. Hi, Tamika. How you doing tonight? Yeah, so today is been an absolutely gorgeous day. So what I just did was I killed the first setup that I had. It wouldn't let me buff into the, it kept buffing the video. It would not let me sign in for some reason or other. I don't get it. So I did a quick new thumbnail with the live, and then I just went into that, what would have been that particular video, and I deleted that thumbnail, and this is the one that's playing now. So I've only been on for a few minutes at 7 o'clock. I wanted to see if anybody was going to come in and join me tonight and say hi to me. Looking for actually people to interview if anybody's interested. I talked to Daniela Joy. She's another great YouTuber. I talked to her before on a live stream with a couple of other girls last year, I believe. And she's from Alberta, Canada. And I told her my birthday's coming up on August 1st, and I've been after her to do a live interview with me, and her and I can get together on some night. And she was asking me, well, what night would work for me? And the only nights that wouldn't work for me right now would be Tuesday and Friday, because I do the charity on Friday night, and then on Tuesday I film out the Colonial Band. But Sunday would work best for her, which would work best for me, and I'm usually home on Sunday night anyways. And yeah, so we had a pretty good week, but we didn't have a good week of weight loss. We actually gained about 4 pounds. And like I was just saying earlier in my video, Tamika, we had a concert Thursday night at the, it's called Brooks Pond. It's a apartment condo complex in our city, and the owner of the complex puts up half a dozen concerts over the course of the summer. And this was the fourth concert. They got two more left, and we had a Frank Sinatra band that came up from Las Vegas. He was an impersonator that played Frank Sinatra music down to a science. You swear to God, you were actually watching Frank Sinatra play. And he had a 30-piece band orchestra behind him, and he played all kinds of Frank Sinatra music all night long. He let me grab a couple of selfie photographs with him, and then over the course of the night, a Marilyn Monroe lookalike, she came out and started doing one of her numbers, and she came over. She let me grab a photograph of her, and then it was followed by star fireworks. Yeah, afterwards, and I took a video of that. That's already up on the channel, and. Yeah, so when you walk in there, it's all free food, free alcohol if you drink, free soda, free water. They give ice cream out during the course of the night, and and they set up lawn chairs for everybody that's there that wants to. And if you can bring your own, if you don't want to sit on one of their lawn chairs, and so I have a nice brand new microphone over here. I bought it about a week or two. Yeah, actually, I bought it last week. It's been working out pretty good for me, and I got my tripod, my small one, set up with my camera and a nice squared off angle. I'm going to try to see if I can't figure out how to blur out some of the background there. I know I could do that, but I just haven't been able to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure out things. So I went on Rumble tonight, and I created a new account with Ron's Keto Café on Rumble. So now I'm going to do two channels on Rumble and on YouTube. And so we're on week 152. What else did we do for the week? We're continuing to film out a lot of recipes. I'm going to be doing some live filming on recipes coming up this week, so be watching for some of those. I think one of my first videos that I'm going to be doing is actually the first recipe that I ever made, which is a 90-second keto bread. And then I'll just continue on filming the live and with the other videos that I've been doing over the course of my almost 3-year journey coming up on August 17th. Oh, can you believe it? So August 17th will be the start of actually I'll be, 1, 2, 3, the start of the 4th year being on low carb, and be the completion of the 3rd year. And I started my weight at 325, and I'm down to 220 this morning. And, it's over 100 some odd pounds, but since January, it's 145 pounds. I created the channel just to inspire many people to get healthy, and I keep telling people it's about connecting your spirit, the divine energy field, which we call God, and connect it in such a way that you're going to heal your body and your soul. And you don't try to focus so much on the weight, focusing on yourself first, and then the weight will come off. And that's how it's been with me. And if I don't lose any more weight, I'm okay with my journey, how it came. I went from a 4X shirt, in some cases a 5X shirt, down to a size medium, and a size 60 pant size to a size 32. So I think that's really damn impressive if you ask me. But also wanted to welcome all the new subscribers that recently joined the channel. I picked up, according to YouTube, this past 2 weeks, actually 45 new subscribers. So that was quite a bit. Yeah. So what else did I do this past week? I did some fishing on Wednesday, and I caught one bass, and mostly a lot of weeds because we got an awful lot of rain this week. Now Friday night, my wife and I, we did the charity Friday night, and I volunteered all night. She didn't win anything, but somebody did win the 2000 Friday night, and she had a small crowd. But about 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it was pouring out again, and somebody came in, and we had golf ball size hail coming down, wicked, and the lights kept flickering off and on in the charity hall for a few hours, but we didn't lose the power. But had I not been in there playing bingo, I would have definitely gone outside and driven in the car somewhere in the downtown district area, and I would have taken some video of it. But I was inside where I was actually safe, and maybe it's just as well. But so I wanted to talk about food addiction, and food could be just as bad as a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction. I am so much addicted to carbs and food. I'm so bad when I go to the store lately, and I'll see something I hadn't had for a while, and if I got my hands on it, there's a 99% probability that it's going to be in my grocery carriage. and then all of a sudden I'll have it, and it goes, geez, these are really, really good. For instance, if I want a bag of chips or something like that, and next thing I know, instead of getting the small little snack size, I get the biggest family size one and eat that usually in one whole sitting. This is Crystal Light water, by the way. What I do is I take some Poland Springs water, and I just take a little bit of packet, and I fill it up. So I wanted to talk about food addiction. I need to go back to old school keto and focus in on the journey a little bit better going into the fourth year coming up. And that was the other reason why I wanted to do the Rumble channel too, because I feel like now I could just start out fresh. My Rumble channel username is the same exact one as this one, Ron's Keto Cafe. And my email address for that one is also the same, Ron's Keto Cafe at gmail.com, if anybody needs to get a hold of me. And I want to continue to do this in a much more professional way. This coming week there, we're going to be getting a freezer. So I'll be able to look. Actually, we bought a freezer Saturday, so it's coming in on Tuesday. So I'm going to be loading it up on meats and stuff like that as I get a chance. Basically, now I can start looking for sales and I get the family packs. And I'm going to be investing in a food saver, so I can take that and I can break it up. Like say, for instance, I usually do 2 pork chops, and my wife does 1. I can take a package of about 12 pork chops and divide it into the food saver bags and pop it into the freezer, and they'll keep for quite a while. So we got a 7-foot cubic freezer. We paid about $224, something like that. And I got a 1-year warranty on it. He said I got 90 days to decide if I want to do a longer warranty on it. It's about $30 or $40 to do a longer warranty, and I could do like a 4 or 5 year warranty on it. I may do that just to protect it, because from what I understand, some of those freezers don't last all that long, 2 or 3 years if you're lucky. But we'll see. I've had pretty good luck with stuff in the past like that. But yeah, so today it was Sunday morning. I went out to downtown and I did a 2-mile walk and did a lot of photography. And I had somebody take a full frame photograph of me over there at the Brook area. This is not Brook area, which runs all throughout the city. The water was flowing like crazy this morning. The last couple of years in July when I've gone over there, it's been bone dry. That's how much rain we've gotten this year. So we've been very, very blessed with the rain. And I've been seeing a lot of recipes that I want to do too. I seen one today that she took some. It wasn't really low carb, but you can make it into low carb. I just got to swap out the flour with the regular flour to almond flour, coconut flour. But I saw one YouTuber made pancakes with them. Actually, that was Ina from Barefoot Contester. She took a couple of zucchini, small ones out of her garden. She grated it. And then she put some regular flour in with some baking powder and 2 or 3 eggs. And she drained out the liquid out of the zucchini, and she fried them up in a frying pan. You could do that in the grill. And I saw somebody do a video in the oven there, but she made hers kind of a little, almost the same, but a little different. She put some fresh dill and some fresh scallions in it. So these YouTubers are giving me some really, really great ideas. And I go on to this other YouTuber. I don't know if she watches this video, fine. But her name is Anne-Marie with XOXO Love or something like that. And she makes a lot of great foods in the afternoon for her and her spouse. But, a lot of her foods aren't low-carb keto, which is okay. But I just like the way she presents herself to her community followers. And I'm trying to get her to challenge her to do like a live cook-off with me. Like I'll cook something, you cook something. We'll cook both meals the same. Like I want to do like a lasagna, say for instance, and I'll let her do a lasagna, and we'll see which. I'm not going to say which one's going to be better, but mine's going to be a little bit healthier, because I make a lasagna. Even my wife likes the lasagna that I make. I make it exactly the same way, but I don't use noodles. What I'll do is I'll swap out the noodles for chicken breast or turkey breast, and I'll just layer it in layers exactly like you would a lasagna, and it comes out absolutely fantastic. And I haven't made one of those in ages, and I haven't made any pizzas in ages. So, but next week I want to do a little bit of egg fasting for 1 or 2 days to get rid of all this unwanted carbs that I picked up. And speaking of picking up something, I picked up a food scale, and it's coming in this week. I have a food scale, but I wanted to get this particular one because it's digital. and it has 1,000 barcodes in it for the UPC barcodes. So when you say, for instance, if you're buying a piece of fruit like a plum or a peach, it's got a little PLU number on it, like a 4-digit number that the groceries use. Or you put that fruit on top of the scale, take the seed out, and put it on the scale, set it to 0, and punch in that PLU number, and it'll calculate out how many calories that entire peach is, or whatever it is. It could be anything. It could be meat or whatever, and it tells you exactly how many calories and macros that you're eating, and so like if you got and you could, what's really great about that, it kind of works kind of like what Carb Manager does. You could set it to how many calories you want to eat for that particular day. Say like if you like me, I can have like 2,800 calories a day. So my goal would be like 2,800 calories. I don't want to go say like I want to limit myself on carbs. It's 30. Well, true keto, I was doing 20 net carbs a day, and that's why I lost a lot of weight. I think I need to go back to doing some of that, and I need to go back to weighing myself up every day. So when you set up your scale that way, the food scale, and you just punch in the number, and when you reach that number, so you go to that the amount they eat in that day, at least you'll know that you have to stop, and that could be a game changer for me. So I'm definitely going to be doing that, and again, I got that new Rumble channel that I started on Keto Café. I want to start loading up some videos over there. I've been going through some older videos. I found on my other older drives. I found about 100 videos that I never put up. I just got to go through them and see if I feel comfortable putting them up or not, and I can re-edit them, or I could just refilm the whole thing over again. But when I first started my weight loss, it was like I said in a few other videos, I never thought anybody would ever want to see what Ron's eating in a day and or whatever, that sort of thing. Wow, how did you manage to lose a lot of weight and all that sort of thing? Well, most everybody know I believe in God and the spirit, and when I reconnected my soul and got my body back in sync, and I felt really motivated, and I was getting out there every day. And then we had that thing that happened in 2020. Everybody was isolated, and I just said the heck. I had my mask on, and I was going out every day. I didn't really care, and I've been happy-go-lucky and everything, and I'm just trying to inspire people, and but I've been doing an awful lot of city volunteering now since 2012, and I've had enough of it. I told a couple of guys at the local office where I volunteer at the historical commission that Mike, I said, Pat, I've been doing this for a long time now. This is when I'm done working on these 2 projects for another fellow member that he's probably going to be retiring because of health problems. I'm all done there. I don't want to go back there. I'll stay on if you need me as an associate member, but I don't want to be a commission member because I feel like I'm obligated to go there when they're open on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'm really the only one that knows how to do a lot of the electronic equipment over there, except for they know how to sign in on a computer, but they don't know how to scan. They don't know how to do a lot. Well, it's not my problem when I leave there. You guys are going to have to figure it out because I don't want to do it no more. Even film and put a city, I don't want to film no more. I want to just concentrate on my health, my wife, and just go and my cat. And he's a lot to handle for 2 elderly people. He got into my room a half a dozen times today, and I'm okay with him in my room. But the problem is he don't behave. He's okay for 5 minutes, and next thing you know, he's on the bookcase knocking stuff over. He's climbing up the window shade, and cats could be home wreckers if you don't watch them. And I don't want anything to happen with, in my room that I treasure. And then the other thing is when he gets into my wife's room, she's got all the jewelry and everything. And I'm sure all you ladies that are watching this video can relate to that. She doesn't want her jewelry all tangled up and missing, half of it missing. She's got a lot of stuff in the closet. Something falls over and hurts him or something like that. I'm responsible for the cat. I love the little fellow. I don't want anything to happen to him, So, but he's so lovable though. He gives me and my wife a lot of love in return. He's not eating any of these wet stuff anymore for some reason. He just doesn't like it anymore, and I don't get it. But I bought him some of these push-ups here. They're like push-ups. They're pate in them, like a paste, and he loves those, But I don't get it because when I buy him the can, it's got almost the exact same stuff. He's not eating that, but he'll eat those. So I told my wife, I go, look, why don't we go back to buying him a couple of cans of those for giggles and just to see if we can get him to eat it? Because maybe the other kind of cat food that we were getting him is too rough on his tummy and it's not agreeing with him. I kind of wish we could talk to him like I'm talking to you and let's say, can you let me know what you don't like it and we'll get you something that you like. But he is eating a lot of the dried stuff and he's drinking his water, and that's the most important thing. And so the cat doesn't get dehydrated. Over the course of my day, I'm constantly putting him out fresh water, fresh food, and he's a well taken care of cat. I did find something that I want to pick him up this week. It's it hangs above your closet door, and it's a string that hangs down, and it runs off the battery, and it goes like spins around, so when the cat's pulling on it, you can play on it. And I thought that'd be a nice little toy to pick him up. It's around $25, so I'm gonna get him that next month there, and and we're coming up on our. Let's see, we lost her in 2018, I believe. It's been around 6 or 7 years since we lost our other cat, Angel. She was the best cat. We lost her in a house accident, and I cried my eyes out for like 2 or 3 months afterwards. I couldn't save her. I accidentally she was stuck under the couch, and I tried to pick it up. There was a thunderstorm, and she was always afraid of noise. And I accidentally dropped the couch on her, and I felt so bad. I bawled my eyes out when I couldn't save her, and it is what it is. But we got her when she was a baby, and my wife used to literally have to take the little bottle and hand feed her, and because we got her kind of a little bit too young from the mama, and my wife connected with her right away. Like I connected with this cat right away. He's my buddy. He's like him and I are pals, and he loves my wife, but he loves my wife in another way than he loves me. And that was the same way Angel had, same connection she had with my wife. That's why she wanted a female cat. And so I ended up getting a male cat. But, that's okay. It was just maybe with this was just the way it was meant to be for us. But then my friend Mary and we went over to Lancaster on Friday. I asked if she wanted to go walking at the Dexter Gremlin Reservation. It's a conservation glacier, which the town of Lancaster had saved. Lancaster was one of the first towns that was set up in Massachusetts. And anyways, you walk up this huge, humongous hill. We went down the hill, and then she took a couple of photographs of me. In the 2020, when I started my weight loss, we were over there at that location. And then what I've been doing is I've been recapturing all the, trying to get like a before and after photograph, basically, and almost really at the same locations. And what I want to do is I'm going to get ready to do a 3-year anniversary slideshow. I got it almost all done. I'm just going to add some more images and possibly maybe throw in some videos, some short little video clips of some of my journey, my favorite journey adventures that I did. I still haven't heard back from that guy Bob there that wants to do a balloon ride with me. And my birthday's coming up on August 1st, and so if that don't happen, that's fine. I'm just gonna, I'm thinking about going maybe in a plane ride or something like that. They have these, I think they're called gliders or something like that. It's a plane that's on the ground, and you get into the plane, and they pull you with a rope. So if that don't happen with the balloon ride, on or about my birthday or that particular week, we're definitely going to be doing that. And so one way or another, I'm going to be doing something. We wanted to do skydiving, but it's not kosher for me right now. I'll put that on the back burner. Maybe when I'm 70, we'll see what happens and how my health is. So my feet have been pretty good. I've been soaking them at least once a day in warm water with some Epsom salt. And I've been putting these plastic stockings over my feet with some Vaseline on my feet for about a half an hour. And, it seems to smooth out the feet so they don't get dry. And so that's been making a big difference. As a matter of fact, it's making such a big difference. I'm going to be going back to work possibly about, thinking around the second week of August. And I want to work right up until around October. October is a time frame where I want to have my left hip replaced. When I did the bingo Friday night, my hip was really bad at the end of the night because I did a ton of walking. I did 3 miles just in the bingo hall for the 3 hours. I was there actually 4 hours because I was doing the payouts, and we were short-handed Friday night. And So I know it needs to get out, but I didn't want to blow up my whole summer like I did last year. And now that I know what to expect, I should be good to go. It's not that big of a deal of a surgery anymore. And then Thursday, I got a text message this week from my cousin Andy. My cousin Billy passed away, and a few months back. He's my age, and at least 3 or 4 members of that family had cancer. And I don't know about the other members, but chances are, but hope not. So they're going to have a memorial service for him on Thursday at the funeral hall, and then he's going to be buried on Friday at the VA cemetery. So I'm going to be there. My wife's only going to go Thursday to the wake, and then I'm going to go on Friday. Both days I'll go. But again, I tell guys, just say prayers for everybody. Keep everybody in your prayers, even if you're not. If you're fighting with a family member or whatever, and they're going through some tough times, just try to remember what they might be going through and the reason why they might be the way they are. Because I know there's cures for cancer, but they're not putting it out there, and it's not everything that they do to us as far as giving us say medications and stuff like that. It's all, in my opinion, it's like putting a Band-Aid on something that there's a cure for it. And trust me when I tell you there is. At some point, when things get revealed out to the general public, and when all this information gets out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. And we'll just leave that at that. But remember that food is an addiction. It's just like alcohol. It could be, sometimes it could be worse than drugs. And but at the same time, that I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep struggling along, and I'm going to continue on with the channel, continue on with the updates, and do some live videos, pop-up lives every now and then. And I wanted to go back to doing some more road videos. I'm going to start doing some road videos, and I'll put them up to show you what my city looks like. I don't think I complain about the roads. It's like when I go down some of the streets that I go down all the time, they'll have them all blocked off because they're repairing the roads, they're repaving it. Our city is the best. I mean, the mayor takes care of the city. He's been the mayor for 30 years now. He's running again for re-election this fall, and we can't complain about it because they go to some other cities. It's like they don't even care, So, but so I'm going to probably kill the video, but thank you to Tamika for coming in, and the new subscribers that may be watching my video late. Be watching for some live videos, and again, thank you for my new subscribers. I'm going to kill the video and go see what the cat's been up to, and see if he's up to no good or not. And actually have the Red Sox game on tonight. It's on ESPN tonight. They actually won the nightcap last night, and they lost the partial rainout day the other day. But anyways, thank you, Tamika, for coming in, and hope everybody has an amazing week. Be watching for a midweek update and some more videos that I'll be posting. Have a good night, guys. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Remember, I love you. God loves you. Have an amazing night and day and week.